Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will take you through some of the mastery concepts that normally form part of Paper 1 oral skills. That is always the third and the last part in Paper 1 under oral skills. There are some concepts that the candidate is expected to master in answering the questions. Some of these skills or concepts are negotiation skills, interviews, oral reports, giving instructions, as well as giving of directions. Before I start off my prediction on that angle, allow me to go through the various concepts that have been set over the years, and I'll begin from the year 2015. So in the Kcse of 2015, what was tested was on giving of directions. There came the speech and talk in the year 2016, and the candidates were expected to give the reasons for restlessness while someone is giving a speech or a talk, and then ways in which someone can listen attentively was the part 2 of that question. In 2017, there was interview tested on. 2018, negotiation skills were tested. 2019, oral reports. 2020, group discussion, how to ensure that there is a successful group discussion. And then 2021, last year, again, the concept tested was negotiation skills. This year, I envisage a situation where interview may be tested. Just to put a disclaimer here, I would like to notify all my viewers that the predictions I make here are not inspired or maybe prompted by any prior knowledge of what is contained in this year's Kcse. What motivates these presentations is a thorough and intensive revision of what has been tested in the various mocks and also what has been tested in Kcse over the years. Again, viewers, allow me to thank you so very much, my subscribers, for your support. And again, those who are new here, allow me to humbly request you to kindly hit onto the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that anytime we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify us. So there is a sample question here that I want us to go through on this front, and the question reads: James reports to you that he has received a call informing him that he has been successful in an interview that he attended recently. What could have been the possible reasons for his success during the interview? So the interviews are normally tested on two aspects. That is, the preparation that one needs to make before the interview and what the interviewee needs to do on the actual day. So before we answer this question, allow me to go through some of the things that an interviewee needs to do in preparation for the interview. And number one, the interviewee needs to gather information about the company in which he is to be interviewed or the institution. So this helps the interviewee to ensure that he or she has armed himself or herself with enough knowledge that may be used to answer questions on the material day. Number two, the interviewee needs to dress smartly and decently. So the grooming should be decent. Number three, the interviewee needs to prepare a checklist of all documents that are required for the interview. Then lastly, the interviewee needs to keep time. So remember, those are some of the preparations that the interviewee needs to make before the interview. On the material day, when the interviewee is right there before the panel and is being interviewed, these are what the interviewee needs to do. Number one, the interviewee must arrive in good time and early enough, preferably 30 minutes before the actual time that the interview begins. Number two, the interviewee needs to avail all the required documents for the interview. Number three, the interviewee needs to be calm as he waits for the chance to be interviewed. There are cases where some interviewees are petulant and impatient. They cannot wait to get into the interview room. Then number four, the interviewee needs to sit up, make an eye contact, and pay attention to what the panelists say. Then number five, the interviewee needs to be confident, honest, and frank as he or she handles the questions being asked. Number six, the interviewee needs to appreciate the panelists by thanking them after the interview. So now coming to this question, the question asks, or it came in form of a statement that James has reported to you that he has received a call informing him that he has been successful in an interview that he attended recently. What could have been the possible reasons for his success during the interview? So such a question is specific to during the interview. So what will form part of our answers will be on the second part. During the interview, he arrived in good time. He might have availed all the required documents. He might have been as calm as he waited for the chance to be interviewed. When he entered into the interview room, he might have sat up, make an eye contact, and paid attention to the questions being asked. And then at the end, he might have appreciated the panelists. So that is the answer to this question here. Viewers, we come to the end of our lesson there. Until next time.